we are the Alliance of ONS, where we will be discussing the Lesson 1 and Lesson 2 under the Chapter 6. So let us begin with the Lesson 1 titled Embracing New Means of Communication. We have here a quote from Deborah Tannen. The biggest mistake is believing there is one right way to listen, to talk, to have a conversation, or a relationship. We all know that we are consumed by too many advanced technology, right? We often think communicating to others using them without even thinking of exerting at least a little effort to see someone or communicate with them. But let us make things clear here that this chapter will not debunk the positive notion of modern communication in every aspect of our lives. We will still take a look on that as we need to be just and fair and welcoming its pros and cons. So let us begin with the history of social media and electronic communication. Looking back at our history of communication way back 550 BC, written correspondence or letters delivered by hand from one person to another was the earliest mode of communication. And the earliest postal system was created in 550 BC in ancient Persia, where the Persian king Cyrus the Great mandated that every province in his kingdom would organize the delivery of postal to all of their residents. So many other postal systems were introduced as a result of the Persian system, and during the time of Augustus Caesar, which he is one of an ancient Rome's most successful leader who led the transformation of from a republic to an empire in his time. In his time, mails were delivered by light carriages pulled by horses. And over many centuries to Diane, postal delivery system became widely used. So up to late 1830s and 1840s, a single-wire telegraph system was invented that was based on European telegraphs. So first telegram was sent by Samuel Finley Breese Morse, who was also a co-developer of Morse code. So Samuel F. B. Morse developed an electric telegraph in 1832 to 35, and then invented with his friend Alfred Vail the Morse code 1838. So the latter is a system for representing letters of the alphabet, numerals, and punctuation marks by arranging dots, dashes, and spaces. So this method allowed messages to be delivered faster than the postal system. So the messages and telegraphs must be kept short, yet kinakonsider gyapon siya as the fastest way and most essential advancement of communication technology before. In 1876 na dayon, Alexander Graham Bell was the one invented telephones, which allows people to communicate to others instantly over long distances. And 20th century came and technology began to advance rapidly. The first supercomputers were invented in 1940s when engineers started to create networks between computers. GCR Licklider in 1960 described this network of computers connected to one another by wideband communication lines, provided the function of today's libraries together with expected advances in information, storage, and retrieval and other symbiotic function, or what we call now the Internet. So Joseph Carl Robrandt Licklider was the one formulated the earliest ideas of global networking in a series of memos discussing an intergalactic computer network. So the first network link was established in 1968 from four network host computers called the ARPANET. So ARPANET is considered the father of the Internet packet switching technology. So it was the first network, and it allows data to be broken down into smaller pieces, or what we call the packets, and sent over a network rapid independently, followed by other networks such as the UseNet that allowed users to communicate virtually. In 1978, the first email was developed for users to receive messages and text instantly. So there is a distinction between emails and phone, because the phone should be used by the both users be available at the same time, while the email you could just send messages to the receiver. So the internet system occurred in the late 1970s. Its primary purpose was to connect and merge all of the several networks that have been created. So the first personal computer appeared in the 1976, which is called the Apple first, or the Apple I, then continued to develop in 1981 with the IBM computer, or what we call the International Business Machines Corporation, is a multinational technology company headquartered in Armonk, New York. So in the late 1980s, the first internet service provider companies were created, and then the first internet was unlocked for the non-government use, like American Online. In 1989 naman, World Wide Web was the first web browser developed by Tim Berners-Lee. So Berners-Lee is a senior researcher and holder of the TreatCom Founders Chair at the MIT Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence Laboratory, or what they call a CSAL. So in 1997, the first social media platform was 6 Degrees. It was created in 1997 by 6 Degrees, which is a company name after the 6 degrees of separation theory. So the site allowed users to create a profile and list their interests and then connect with others with the same or with the shared similar interests. In 1999, blogging began to be popular. The first blog website were Open Diary and Life Journal, where users can post or blog about their lives for public viewing, like the Tumblr, Blogger, Press, and Blogspot websites now. In 2004, the domain facebook.com was registered by Mark Zuckerberg, which is now the widely used social media, right? Today, and it became open or become open to the public in 2006 pala. So that is all for the history of social media and electronic communication. May we proceed to the next part. Let us proceed to why use social media. Below are common reasons why you should start using social media. So as you can see in our slide, you could read the common reasons on why we should start using social media. And based on the reasons provided, it is really evident that social media has become an integral part of our lives. It offers numerous benefits such as staying connected with your family, friends, and learning about current events, engaging in meaningful conversations. How to get the most out of social media. Personal branding is how one presents himself online so others can see him, right? Naturally, we tend to make impressions on us based on what they can see first in public. And despite the self-love advocacy we have today, we are still conscious in our looks, right? In an article published in Business World last October 17, 2017, a study conducted by Kantar TNS 2017 conducted live surveyed 70,000 people in 56 countries, and the conduct of 104 interviews shows that some 59% of online consumers in the country see content in their social media feed as reliable, which was higher than the global trust of 35%. Also, Digital Director of Kantar TNS Philippines, Nico De Jesus, said that Filipino netizens are very open to interaction online, specifically on social media platforms. And that shows how confident Filipino netizens is when it comes in interacting on social media platforms. Following steps, and there is a following steps as you can see in our slide, that you can start creating your personal brand, which is the first is spend time establishing your true self in your mind. Second is to start decluttering your profile information and post the time you started using it. Third is to identify your personal brand using a combination of your values, skills, goals, personality, how you look, what you see and do, and how you look out for others. By Tomas, 2013. The fourth one is to, after pondering on your self-definition or personal brand, start living your brand both online and offline. And so that will be all, everyone. So thank you for listening and watching. Thank you.
Okay, so let's proceed to the classifications of social media. So there are some studies that tackles about the classification of social media. So let's start with Tropiel and Canwar. The Tropiel and Canwar 2012 classified types of or forms of social media that exist on the internet into magazine, internet forums, web blogs, social blogs, microblogging, wikis, podcasts, videos, rating, and social bookmarking. Okay, on the other hand, Blue Sale 2010 termed these as the social media tools, namely social networks, blogs, and microblogging, podcasts, forums, content communities, and wikis. However, according to Kaplan and Hinglin's media research published in the Business Horizon 2010, there are 6 different types of social media. Namely, first, a collaborative project. It involves users coming together to create, share, and engage with the content. Just for example, the Wikipedia, where the user can contribute, edit, and share information. Okay, the next one is blogs and microblogs. It is a platform that enables individuals and or organizations to share content with their audience. An example of this is Twitter, since Twitter is used to share updates and information about the life of individuals. Okay, number 3 is content communities. So it is a platform where the user come together to create, share, and engage with the content of specific topics or interests by making videos, articles, image, and more. So one example of this is YouTube. Okay, number 4 is social networking sites. It is a platform that allows people to create profiles, share information, and connect with others through communicating. An example of this is Facebook, which is commonly used by many people in the Philippines. Okay, so number five, it is a virtual game world. So it is also known as the online games, where people communicate with each other while playing the game. So an example of this is World of Warcraft, also Mobile Legends now, a popular online game today. Okay, so the next is virtual social worlds. It is a platform that user can interact with one another, socialize with others, and connect with others. It can also create a customized avatars and engage in communication using your mic and speaker. Okay, so the next one is content worth sharing. So content sharing is seen as a core of all social media platforms. So each website has its own content to share. Not all media sharing services online exist as the main source of media. So just for example, you are a blogger on the tumblr.com and you are good at writing your blog, but you are not knowledgeable in customizing your profile themes. So you need another website to customize your template for your blog. Okay, so let's proceed to the content worth sharing. So content sharing is seen as the core of all social media platforms. Each website has its own content to share. Not all media sharing services online exist as the main source of media. For example, so you are a blogger now on Tumblr.com and you are good at writing your blog, but you are not knowledgeable in customizing your profile themes. So you need another website to customize your templates for your blog. Okay, so another example is a free ebook and audiobook downloader site like Scribe.com. Ask the visitor to create an account first before getting access to their selected free ebook and other which are not free. That is why whenever we sign up for an account, we are provided the terms of service, which is often neglected by the user, including me. Instead, we simply tick the box as we finish examining. So these are the following must-know content sharing platforms for specific media according to Oliveria 2017. So we have here Facebook. No? It allows sharing of various types of content from text to videos and is ideal for conducting clients directly. Okay, the next one is LinkedIn. It allows users to publish blogs and share their expertise about the topics such as leadership, innovation, economics, and many more. Okay, the next one is Twitter. It allows users to communicate online with a 140 characters limit, which is plans to increase up to 280, which is the best for quick updates. The next one is Google Plus. It allows user contents to get indexed instantly by Google through it became underused with the dense number of around 400 million active users. The next one is Triber. It works by matching content creators into tribes that refers them to the audience and includes paid option to boost one content as a social network and marketing automation tool. The next one is Stumble Upon. It provides recommendation to users by randomizing one's content to reach a wide range of audience. Okay, so the next one is YouTube and Vimeo. It allows user to share visual or video content. The next one is Instagram. So it allows users to share the photos which are strongly related to the lifestyle and consumerism with its new features of video stories and ad sharing. Okay, the next one is Pinterest. It allows users to sell visually engaging products where posts are pinned into various topics to easily organize and direct content. Tumblr. It allows the user to connect to his community through blogging via text, photo, quote, link, chat, audio, and video with over 370 million short form blogs and has promising multimedia features. The next one is Snapchat. It allows users of a new generation users below age of 34 to get closer to other users through one-on-one channel, and it creates applicable image features and filters. So Medium. It allows bloggers to post contents that vary from the politics to cooking and essay platforms to post about research, reflections, and opinion with a personal voice. The next one is SlideShare. It allows users to share, upload, and download PowerPoint and PDF presentation that were bought by LinkedIn in 2002 because of its large and active community. The next one is Visually. It allows embedding for social media created for infographics and general visual content. The next one is Reddit. It gives the user the best of the internet in one place, such as updating feed of breaking news, fun stories, photos, memes, videos, and more. Okay, the next one is Quora. It helps users share and gain knowledge by asking and answering questions. Okay, so the next one is Cheat Sheet. It gives the user a list of all active shortcuts of the current application. The next one is BuzzFeed, a PR service website that shares news. Okay, the next one is Harvard Business Review, Forbes, Entrepreneur Fast Company. It allows the user who are industry leaders to submit their content. Okay, the next one is Mashable TechCrunch. So it is created from the inside and sponsored content. And lastly, the New York Times Huffington Post. So that is crafted for users' opinion. Now, okay, so furthermore, the hashtag symbol is considered content, the share content, because it enables people to locate a chain of posts even without finding one post in one entirely different feed. So this can be identify the most talk of the town topics or social media term as the viral or trendy.
Popular apps as the most updated and brilliant inventions of Web 2.0. So, Web 2.0 has brought us a lot of apps created by developers and used by millions. So, these mobile apps help people with various tasks like work, school, business, or fun. You can get them from the App Store if you use Apple devices or Google Play Store for Android devices. So some apps are free, but others you need to buy. Even free apps might have extra features that you can get by paying more. So social media has also become very popular with billions of people using it. So it's a good idea to keep exploring social media to find useful platforms that become an essential part of your life. Expensive smartphones for sharing high quality photos or videos. So, the greatest reason why people often buy expensive smartphones is because they want to take good pictures. New phones like Samsung Galaxy A7, S9, Huawei Pro, and iPhones are always trying to have a better cameras. This is because people like to take nice pictures to share online with others, like on Facebook or Instagram. They can set who sees their photos in privacy settings. Sharing photos can be just for fun, like showing off places you've visited or foods you've tasted, or for work, like advertising a business. So these are the free image hosting sites. First is Google Photo. So aside from image sharing, this mobile app also helps the users to back up of his photos to save storage, which is also great for auto enhancement. Second, Dropbox. This is software offers cloud storage, file synchronization, personal cloud, and client software. The third is Flickr. It is the site offers 1 TB of storage for free that can store up to 2 million photos, including high definition videos, maintaining the resolution. Next is Next is Zenfolio. This is a site that a deal for professionals having homepage layouts showing of one's best images and videos and a blog to upload them. Next is 500px. This is a site that has sleek design that allows the users to publish only high edited landscape and portrayed photos in grid form. Next is Facebook. This is the most famous in social media networking site, and this site also offers a wide audience to view one shared image with privacy settings and suggested filters. The last but not the least is Instagram. This is an app which is great for social sharing and also updated its feature to better promote one's profile or feed for personal and business use. Mobile devices like iPads, smartphones, and tablets are small tools that let you do a lot on the go. You can use them to get on the internet, talk to people, and do tasks without needing a computer. They can do many things even without the internet, like sending texts, making calls, listening to music, sharing files, using a calculator, reading books, setting alarms, record recording sounds, and keeping track of your schedule and health. But many people still think they need Wi Fi because it lets them do more, like send emails, message friends, watch videos, listen to music, shop online, manage businesses, and even relax with apps. Social media has changed how we live and connect, giving us a way to share our lives with the world and become creators, not just consumers. So, all in all, mobile technology and social media have significantly altered our daily lives. They provide convenience, connectivity, and a platform for expression and creativity. While many features are accessible offline, Wi Fi and internet connectivity expand the possibilities, enabling people to stay connected, manage businesses, and access entertainment. As technology continues to evolve, it will further shape how we communicate, work, and enjoy our leisure time.
Good day everyone, my name is RJ Wayaying and I will be the discussant for Lesson 2, Chapter 6. So in Lesson 1, we have understood the powerful impact social media has brought to people's lives. After highlighting the personal opportunities and responsibilities a user gets, let us take a look at why this chapter becomes an integral part of comprehensive book on technical writing. Let's tackle first about the social media platforms and how you can use them in technical writing. So now, majority of the people in the planet of this modern generation work with and for social media. They belong to this digital community with worldwide access to the internet where they found a living. So to be able to thrive as a beginner content producer, here are some points that you must live in first in no particular order. So number one, we have engage in the meaningful and active communities that talk about concepts where you are good and interested at. Number two, know what your purpose is to establish rapport and create a discussion, so be persistent. Number three, take things and process one at a time. Remember that it takes one, his friends in your account in an established website to discover your skills and content. Number four, focus on one concept or with subcategories that reflect who you really are and expose the things you really love. Number five, conduct your research and further readings before being involved. Number six, be direct with all your transactions, bookings, investments, and collaborations. Number seven, get ready to refer one to another. Helping others build and enhance their own web content will help you eventually. Number nine, expect to fail, learn, change, improve, and prosper. Now, if you are ready to dwell on the life of a technical writer, let's learn first from a testimony and journey of Amanda Manlo, a contributor in busiestbistro.com, on how she became a technical writer. Before I got my feet wet as a technical writer, I thought the field was about drawing up instruction manuals or legal documents. Maybe at a higher level, some of these people got to write NASA reports or top secret government stuff. But the options for technical writing for someone like me were probably limited to explaining to how put together a cabinet or work a coffee machine. Despite what I thought was a complete lack of technical knowledge, I landed a contract job writing e-learning course materials that reaches sales representatives how to sell software. Weird, right? The gist was this. I would read through a bunch of source documents, try to make sense of the information and structure into 4 lessons based on an outline provided to me. But let me go back. When applying for the job, I was asked to complete a writing assessment that all constructors are required to take to determine their skill level. I almost gave up before even starting. When I read the instruction, I didn't understand half the words on screen, let alone what I was supposed to do with them. So I just did my own thing. I wrote a marketing blurb about the company based on its website, content, and whatever else I could find online. My hope was to show them I could at least do research and put words into grammatically acceptable sentences. I guess it wasn't good enough. A few days later, I was given an assignment, for which I would be paid more money than I'd earned in the last 6 months. Then one day, I saw a job posting that told me that the company was looking for a full-time writer. I jumped at the opportunity and got the job. That first project was hard. I cleared out my schedule and locked myself in my office for an entire weekend. When I was asked to do another project, but the more I familiarized myself with the industry jargon, the more this type of writing started to feel unnatural. And although I still have plenty to learn, I'm not twice as fast at completing an assignment than I was when I started. And new types of projects became open to me, such as editing a PowerPoint presentation, writing catching marketing copy, and performing quality assurance on a quality course. There are 4 important things we can learn from her experience. Number 1, you will never go out of job. Whatever is your field right now, there will always be that destined work for you, especially if you wish to be a technical writer online. Small to big companies will always be in need of people to write for them, whether to simply write a business letter, design terms of service manual, or even write a resume for a job applicant. You start being raw, turn into a well-polished diamond. Always seek to learn. Even if you were born as a grammar Nazi, there will always be a room for improvement. Never stop learning, love it instead. You can always ask someone to help and train you. Your evaluated experience will be your best teacher. Do not stop yet unless you have started and you are far away from it. Number 3, be direct in writing. Even though some technical writing assignments require you to be creative, it is still far from a creative short story you wrote when you were a kid. Still, majority need precise and on-point ideas and instructions. Be systematic, set your goals and expectations, and remember to always submit before the deadline. Do not wait for it to meet you. Number 4, it can sustain you and your future family. There is sure money in this line of work. According to Ms. Lehman, the payment in this industry ranges from $30 to $50 per hour, making $50 to $70,000 per year. For part-timers or freelancers, payments may be project-based and hourly. Based on her experience for this type, it ranges her between $400 and $2,500 per project. Your story was so inspiring that we can no longer wait for tomorrow to apply for a technical writing job. Though technical writing is also not easy as other white or blue collar jobs, since you need to press hard and strain all your brain cells with all your English writing and research skills. But it only takes a little effort to start and 100% dedication to try writing and make a living. So are you ready to start exploring the field of technical writing online? You may simply search in Google technical writing and instructional design. Jobs and thousands of suggestions will be presented to you. Just note that technical writing and instructional designing are 2 complementary terms and skills. as differentiated by Anderson by 2014. So according to Anderson 2014, technical writing deals with writing manuals to promote and support hardware and software that include writing user, operation or maintenance, documentation for equipment, products or services, formal documents of standard operating procedures or SOPs, or citation of libraries for software, engages writers with hardware, software developers, and engineers to document vital data about the system and or products. So when we say instructional designing, according to Anderson 2014, it concentrates on determining goal and objectives and performances, knowledge and skills, branches, professional and educational training and context objectives, designing instructional strategies, media and training delivery approaches and methodologies, and writing assessment and evaluation to gauge learning and competencies. Whether you want to be a technical writer or a instructional designer, one thing is for certain, you can learn anything as long as you devote your time and heart on things that really matter. So there is so much in store in the internet for technical communication. Traditional writers are or see new opportunities to publish their own content, no limit to spreading one's horizon in building and sharing intellectual gifts and skills because technical communicators can grasp this wider and boundless online community. Now let's tackle about the challenges and opportunities. So laying down a good facade of technical communication, there will be always challenges despite the opportunities that await you as a technical communicator. It is not simply about writing since it covers multi-phase expertise and fields. You are well oriented that when you write, you probably and mostly deal with text. So now these are the following challenges, opportunities that someone might do or might experience. Number one is identify consumers' documentation or product needs. Number two, connect and collaborate with users who can help to produce now noteworthy content. Number three, design product the way consumer would want it to be without compromising credibility and creativity. Number four, be open to questions and feedback as he or she enables discussions with the users. Number five, manipulate and discover new technologies at home or aim to learn something new in school to solve consumer problems. Number six, avoid killing time on reviewing the tools you use for a website. Rather spend it wisely by maximizing his or her presence online during work. Number seven is see online platform as an opportunity to learn and practice socialization skills. Usually people write for others to write as well. Number eight is consider free documentation. According to Orem 2007, as cited in Gentle's book, Conversation and Community in 2012, he reported reasons people write free documentation. The following are some of the surprising findings. Number one is the majority of the people do not realize that they are contributing. Number two is they do not consider themselves as writers even though their shared contents are in a written form. These people's contents are considered free because these writers were not paid for their contribution, especially in open source sites. However, the compensation they get is some forms of acknowledgement and recognition that were termed as contribution motivation by Peter Kollak in 2008 in his work titled The Economies of Online Collaboration, Gifts and Public Goods and Cyberspace, namely reciprocity, reputation, attachment, and efficiency. So now, as long as communication and conversational context exist, technical communicators will never be out of your picture. Whether you are working for a company online or simply an unemployed or freelancer user or an app, you could always seek avenues to rewrite content information to make it more accessible to a broader population of audiences. You can do this by putting yourselves into the shoes of the consumers. So once again, thank you for listening, everyone.